Hello, my name is Namanjai and this is News Review. Coming up for you today, the breaking news, the Goodluck Jonathan-led talks over the draft constitution have failed after stakeholders came out of the last day of talks with no deal. I was there at the African Princess Hotel where the last day of talks took place. I have a full report for you there. Also, the mayor of Kanifi Municipality, Talib Ahmed Bensouda, has toured the buffer zone park ahead of a massive solar light and trees project. My guest will be ML Fati, a top GMC official who recently cross-carpeted to the United Democratic Party. Before all of this, we'll quickly see what the newspapers are reporting on. Let's see what the Standard is saying. So their lead story is talking about the draft constitution talks. They are saying Jonathan constitution talks fail again. Stakeholders urge Dabo to sit with Barrow. Man found dead at Nyambai Forest. Activist Jaha Dukere joins PDIS. That's a massive win there for Dai. Top GMC official diaspora supporter joins UDP. That's ML Fati. In fact, he's my guest today. Gambia targets 480,000 as COVID-19 vaccinations begin. New IEC deputy chairman speaks. So let's see what the details of the stories there. Former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan's latest attempt to resurrect the rejected draft constitution has failed again. Well, I was able to confirm that. I was at the African Princess Hotel where the talks took place. I'll bring you that report a little later. Gambia targets 480,000 as COVID-19 vaccinations begin. President Adam Barrow and Vice President Dr. Aissatou Toure have become the first in the Gambia to receive a COVID-19 vaccine as the country begins its vaccination campaign against the deadly virus. Top GMC official or diaspora supporter joins UDP. The Gambia Moral Congress diaspora spokesperson, Mohammed ML Fati, has confirmed joining the United Democratic Party. He will be my guest today. Man found dead at Nyambai Forest. An unidentified man who was in the early hours of Tuesday found dead at the Bikama Nyambai Forest. Activist Jaha Dukere joins DOI. Renowned Gambian activist Jaha Dukere has officially joined the People's Democratic Organization for Independence and Socialism, DOI. New IEC Deputy Chairman speaks. Joseph Colley, who until yesterday was Director of Communications and Training at the Independent Electoral Commission, has been appointed Vice Chairman of the Commission. Yes, let's see. Also, Standard is reporting that President Adam Barrow will start a 2-week vacation on Friday. State House said on Wednesday. In a statement, the presidency said, the Office of the President informs the general public that His Excellency President Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, will begin a 14 days working days leave effective Friday, 12th March 2020. Well, before that, the president will just about squeeze in a trip to Senegal. In fact, he has left for Senegal today. So on the point TRRC reconciles victims and perpetrators, Barrow gets first dose of COVID-19 vaccine as he launches national COVID vaccination program. Yesterday, the president became the first citizen to take the COVID vaccine the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Ghana Town Alcalo testifies on massacre of 18 Ghanaians. So according to the point, as part of the TRRC mandate to promote and facilitate reconciliation between victims and their perpetrators, about 11 people were reconciled yesterday. Also, Ghana Alcalo testifies on massacre of 8 Ghanaians. Ismaila Jan, the Alcalo of Ghana Town in Brufut, yesterday revealed before the TRRC that 8 Ghanaians were massacred in his forest and other 2 individuals were handed over to the police with consultation of the Ghanaian councillor in the Gambia in April 2005. Very well. Yes, that will be that for the newspapers. Let's take a short break and we'll be right back. Now, onto that breaking news there, where the Goodluck Jonathan-led talks over the draft constitution have failed after stakeholders, that's the political leaders, came out of the talks. The last day actually was today. They came out of those talks with no deal. More in this report.
Yes,
so these talks today, how did it go? What happened?
Well, we have agreed to, at the end of the day, they have agreed to set up a committee to look into that law, the retroactive law. So when they set up that committee, they will look into how best it can fit in the new draft constitution. That's purposely why we are here today. So that we'll be waiting for the report of that committee, and then we'll see what best is going to go ahead.
But the reports we are getting is that these talks are on the brink of failing. Is this really the case?
Well, I cannot say for sure it will fail until we see the final report of the committee that is going to be set. There's a new committee they are setting up to look at that particular clause, how are they going to do it to send it to a referendum. That's what we are now waiting. If it comes back, we are going to look at it, look at the whole draft and see whether what we have agreed on has been captured, including that clause.
How about the issue of President Barrow and UDP leader Ousainou Darboe meeting? This was something that was suggested yesterday. Is your party aware of that?
No. In fact, yesterday we were absent. I'm not even aware of that. Yesterday we were not here. But I think maybe they must have met and they'll come out on a common ground or otherwise.
Honorable, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I think I've also seen the leader of the Gambia Democratic Congress, Honorable Mama Kande. Honorable, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Honorable, so the talks today, what really happened?
Well, not much happened. I mean, I think we have met here for the head of the International IDEA organization was briefing us of the previous meetings that they had last night. And yeah, that was it. The former president has gone back to Nigeria, and I think we are still giving it 2 or 3 weeks time to see what type of team that are going to be set up to look at the issues technically, because this is a very critical situation that we are in right now.
So this committee that you want to set up, what exactly will it do?
I don't want to set up a committee, maybe the International IDEA want to set up a committee to look at the retroactivity of this constitution and to see the way forward. We are just trying to look around of how to get ourselves to the referendum before mid of this year. So I think the legal advisors maybe would be in a better position to look at the technical issues in it and advise us at the end of the day.
And the reports we got is that yesterday it was you who made a proposal for President Adam Barrow and UDP leader Ousainou Darboe to meet. Why did you make that suggestion?
Yes, because these are the two groups that are holding us for now, because all the other political parties don't have any issue or any problem of supporting the draft constitution. But because of this retroactive section in the constitution, I mean, these are the two people or the two groups that are holding us, and I think they need to sit them down, and then one of them have to sacrifice for the nation. At the end of the day, it's not about a particular group or a particular individual. This is a national issue, and we should all put the Gambia before anything else. So it is not a form of blaming anybody, but still we are in the process of negotiating. So I see no reason or no problem that these two cannot sit together and negotiate among themselves with a mediator to find a lasting solution to our problems.
Now, between these two political avatars, who do you think, in your opinion, should, as you call it, sacrifice?
They both can sacrifice something for this nation.
Honorable, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll now also speak to the leader of the People's Progressive Party, the newly elected leader, Honorable Keba Jallow. Honorable Jallow, thank you very much. You also attended the talks today.
Yes.
As a stakeholder, one of the political parties in the country.
Yes.
From a PPP point of view, what can you tell us in terms of how these talks have been going all this while?
Actually, unfortunately, it should not have been dragged to this level. This would have been solved since December. But when it involves political parties taking sides, it's difficult to bring us all on board at one time. Now, the good news is from Nigeria, where they went to Abuja, they have trashed out almost all the remaining issues, except the retroactive position. Now, we should not lose sight of the fact that there were serious issues that were omitted and they were contentious. But because of the Abuja meeting, all those issues are solved. Now we only left with the retroactive situation. That is a very serious issue. Unfortunately, it dragged down to one-to-one, UDP and President Barrow. Now, unfortunately, we are still working on it. And for me and for PPP, we never lose hope. We have been in this, our party has been in this situation since independence, negotiating until we reach a common platform. That is why, from PPP point of view, we are optimistic that something will happen. However, it will happen in the sense, because they have just suggested that there's going to be a technical committee and within 3 weeks' time they'll come back. Hopefully, within the 3 weeks, reason will prevail and they will move forward. Because this is no win-win to anybody. I mean, if you hold the country at ransom, I don't want to blame a person. I blame the whole entire country for whatever should happen. But if we go to a referendum, hopefully that will solve the situation.
Now, at the level of the PPP, your position is for the retroactive clause to be knocked out.
Yes.
Why did PPP take that position?
Because you cannot apply a law today and then you cannot enact a law today to apply for 5 years ago. I mean, a law for us, what we believe in, a law is a law for today. If you want to retroactivity, I mean, it's like witch hunting. That's what we're trying to avoid. A law that is passed today should start today. But then if you say for 5 years ago, who knows who you are trying to hunt? And that's what we want to avoid. That law should start today and we move on. For us, it doesn't bother us at all in the sense we support the non-inclusion of the retroactive law. That's what we support. Because of the fact that a law starts today. What about if I was in the State House at the time? It means I'll be affected. What about if there was another party who was there? He would have aggrieved at the time. So I don't think it makes sense. That's what I think. That's what the party thinks.
Now, this thing is happening. You are attending these meetings, yes, these talks, while there is fire in your house. Your party, you have now a parallel executive. And you have somebody who self-declared himself as leader of your party.
I like that. Yes. I like that person.
What can you tell us about that?
I like that.
One party to operate seemingly two leaders.
I like you already solved the problem. Yes. Self-declared is different from I was elected by the Congress. And for somebody self-declare is a different thing altogether. Fantolo Manso, I don't know how you call it in Mandinka. Fantolo Manso and Mola Manso Bankilia. I was elected by the Congress, and she declares, she's self-declared. That's a different thing. That has solved the problem anyway. So that cannot hold water. People will recognize that we recognize the institution, not the individual. So that's not a problem for us. She may go with the title self-declared chairman or secretary. That's fine. But for me, I'm elected as the Secretary General and Party Leader of PPP. That's it. That's solved the problem.
Thank you very much, Honorable. That's Honorable Keba Jallow, the leader of the People's Progressive Party. And I think I've also seen Mr. Kandora, who is an official of Gambia Action Party. I think the Administrative Secretary of Gambia Action Party. Mr. Kandora, good afternoon. Tell us, in terms of the Gambia Action Party, what have you been bringing to the table at these talks?
Yeah, the whole issue for Gambia Action Party, we have no problem with that. The retroactivity clause, with or without it, we are still good to go, because we want to give chance to entire Gambia or the Gambians to have a new constitution, because all along we've been operating on 1997 constitution. It is not bad, that is right, but we want to give them more chance. So in terms of this discussion, we don't have any issue with that. So we are urging all other parties or the two factions who are a stumbling block for these whole issues, dragging us here and there. Gambians didn't deserve that. At the end of the day, it is disturbing the entire nation per se. So the Gambia Action Party's position in this whole issue, we agree in all other areas. So no problem with that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kandora. So that's the Admin Secretary of Gambia Action Party. So this meeting has ended here, or these talks, if you like, have ended here at the African Princess. So we'll try to see, because almost all the political parties representatives, leaders, either leaders or their representatives were here for these talks here at the African Princess. Yesterday they were at they were actually at the Sadauda Kerbajara Conference Center where they discussed on this issue. So today too they return, and I have seen the representative of the President's National People's Party, Honorable Sirinjai, who he also has been here. So we'll talk to him and really speak to him. I also see the leader of GANU, he's also here. We'll also try to see if we can talk to him. Honorable Njai, thank you very much. These talks, the NPP has been the most important, if you like, player in this. This has been about your party, or also about the UDP. At the level of your party, what have you been trying to gain or achieve at these talks?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dombai. I want to thank you sincerely. Let me just set the record straight. It's not about NPP or UDP, but this is about the nation, about the country. Now, His Excellency President Adama Barrow constituted under the supervision and guidance of 10th Foreign Minister, Vice President Ousainou Darboe and others. They constituted a commission of CRC to draft a constitution that will represent the values, the views and aspirations of the Gambian people. Now, when the first draft came out, the objective was for Gambians to look at the draft and input as per if there are any agreement or there are anything that might cause rift or dispute among the Gambian people. Because President Adama Barrow indicated to them and to every Gambian, let's build a constitution that will be the product of each and every Gambian. A document that will stand the test of time. A document that will be owned by everybody on a broader consensus, especially political. Majority of the issues that were highlighted are all political issues, and of course we have religious issues. Some members of the Christian Council and the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council also made some issues. Various groups, including the executive cabinet, individuals, civil society organizations, and political parties, forwarded their concerns as an addendum to previous consultation with the Constitutional Review Commission. However, for one reason or the other, most of these major issues that are, of course, sticking point for now were never captured into the final draft by the Constitutional Review Commission. The bill died upon arrival at the National Assembly, mainly on key issues. They highlighted the issue of the Secretary General creating a parallel president in the State House. They highlighted the issue of the Inspector General of Police, who is an executive member, is a member of the executive arm of government. And that as a president, you cannot give instruction to direct the Inspector General of Police as per the duties and responsibilities assigned to you as the chief executive officer. You delegated some of your responsibilities to these people, including the Inspector General of Police. Many Gambians say this is a problem. We've also looked at, in fact, some people in the local languages indicated that amna jan yu bari in lomo sibir constitution bi, for example. And the highest of elected office in the Gambia, that's the office of the president. It defies logic for one to suggest that, or for one to say that to impeach an elected president of a country, you needed only 50% for him to be removed. But to remove a chief justice or a judge in a country, you need 75%. So these things, people could not fathom and understand the reason why. We have also other issues. The issue of budgeting, of course, the independent institutions. The judiciary, for example.
But Dombai, don't you think, let me cut you in there, sorry. Don't you think, can you just hit the nail on the tail, on the head? This has to do with the president's current term. That is what really led to the failure of this draft constitution. Do you think so?
No, I want to come in there. You know, the reason why we had these negotiations, not only the retroactive, all these clauses, I'm just trying to give a synopsis, to dissect a little bit for people to understand. It's not about President Adama Barrow, it's about the national interest.
What is the national interest?
Yeah, these are some of the issues that I'm highlighting here. Now that, when that happened, another clause, which is the retroactivity of the current term of the president. Now, for us as the members of the National People's Party, we're able to dialogue and with, of course, President Jonathan and International IDEA and all the political parties, every political party in the Gambia accepted some of these recommendations, and also they come up with their recommendations, and all the political parties in the country accepted in the interest of the nation, including the retroactive clause. Not only the NPP, but NPP and all the other political parties thought that it is targeting an individual. So therefore, it must not be in the Constitution, and we all indicated that it should be expunged. Only the United Democratic Party that refused. There is pundits.
Yes.
There's also another school of thought that the United Democratic Party is holding on the retroactive clause as a scapegoat. But what is certain is that they are not interested in the 50% plus one votes, because they think when there is, for example, a second round of voting, no political party will back them. However,
these are mere speculation.
These are the truth.
These are the truth. How did you know this? How did you know this?
It is now up to them.
How did you know this?
Yeah, because we're all here. We live in this country and we know. So now we could not agree. In Abuja, we came, of course, there are a lot of progress made since 2020. In December and January, President Jonathan's arrival here, all the issues, progress have been made, but only on this, and Mr. Dabo is insisting it won't happen.
Now, let's talk about the issue of removing the president's current term. You dubbed it as national interest. Why did this happen to be an issue of national interest, to expunge or exclude the president's current term? How is that national interest? Can you explain that?
You see, yeah, because as we speak, majority of the political parties, they believe that that clause is targeting an individual. And they believe that it is not fair to have it. And they believe that in the interest of the nation, all the political parties indicated that in the interest of the nation, that clause should be expunged. That makes it a national issue. All the political parties, remember, Gambians, every Gambian is divided among these political parties. Therefore, majority of the Gambians have, of course, decided to make sure that should be expunged from the, and then the United Democratic Party is holding us to ransom.
Now, holding us to ransom. But how about the issue of the president and the UDP leader Ousainou Darboe meeting? That are this suggestion or proposal for these two political avatars to really meet one-to-one and then talk.
Yeah, I think, let me just say this, President Barrow has shown absolute commitment to the process and negotiation with any Gambian.
But he's not coming to the negotiating table.
Of course he's been coming, we've been coming. That is the party. You know, our party, you know, President Adam Barrow believes in representations and he believes in democracy. That is why he's building an internal democracy within our party. Decisions are made by the party's executive. And it's not a one-man show. So President Adama Barrow have met, of course, Jonathan this time twice within 72 hours. He met him late last year and early this year. And then he of course, we've been equal to the task, both in Banjul here and in Abuja with regards to that. And we were able to, of course, discuss. And all the political parties saw our point as genuine, as that they would not want to be judged badly by history in of course, in the future. Therefore, they decided to align themselves with justice and with the interests of the nation. So President Adama Barrow is, of course, committed to the cause. It's fallacy and incomprehensible for one to suggest that he is standing on the path of a new constitution.
Now, today's talks appeared or looked to be the final day for any talks to take place. Now that has gone, today also has eluded you. In terms of the future of whatever that is to come or not to come, do you really think that, this new path, because it would appear that you guys are pretty smart. You have used the approach of political parties meeting that has failed. Now you want to set up a committee, whatever that is. I don't even have an idea. It looks like everything is done now, done and dusted. This thing has clearly failed.
Well, I think the mediator, of course, His Excellency President Jonathan, would and the organizers would definitely probably get back to us and communicate to Gambian as to the next step. But as they indicated, not all hopes are lost, and they would want to explore other opportunities and avenues in which they think might lead us to getting a new constitution.
Thank you very much. Sidi Njai, a top member of the President's National People's Party. So that would be that. I think I've also seen the leader of the Citizens Alliance. He was standing somewhere, but I think he has left. So I think that will be that for now. The talks has ended or have ended here at the African Princess. The talks over the beleaguered draft constitution that has ended. The party leaders, all of them have left. And now this was supposed to be the last day for these leaders to meet and then discuss. But still, this huge standoff persists. And what we are getting is that the new development is that now the people spearheading this, that's the international idea, the Ministry of Justice. Now the path that they want to take, or the approach, is they are going to set up a committee, a new committee. We have not been able to find out who are going to be members of this committee, but they want to set up a committee, and the committee will do what actually they have been doing all this time. That is to look at the gray areas, to look at the issues that are contentious and find a way of bringing a deal around it. So that is what has happened. Yesterday, they gathered, they met, where a proposal was made by the leader of Gambia Democratic Congress, Mama Kande, for UDP leader Hussein Dabo and President Adama Barrow to meet one-to-one and find a way of getting or eking out a common ground. So that is all for now. It would appear that everything that has to do with this draft constitution talks have failed. Lavenjai, reporting for the Faro Network News Review.
Meet Sarah and Tracy from the top 8 finalists of the Be a Star Sierra Leone. Their lives changed from day one. New original songs. Be famous and successful. Be a star in the Gambia.
The biggest stage right now in Sierra Leone.
Being a part of Be a Star is going a step further in chasing my dreams and my career as an artist.
All you have to do is record a video of you singing your favorite song, not more than 2 minutes long. Send the video by WhatsApp to the following number, 2299944, using an AfriCell number. State your name and where you're from. Be a winner of a fully recorded album and $500,000. AfriCell Be a Star, your road to success.
Welcome back. So the mayor of the Carnival municipality, that's Talib Ahmed Bensouda, also toured the buffer zone park today ahead of a plan to fix solar lights at the park, but also to erect trees there. Jakasize Jade reports.
As part of the Kanifi Municipal Council's aim to revive all parks within its vicinity with trees and other facilities, the municipality kickstarted the project at the Buffer Zone Park, which happens to be the KMC's Central Park. The Buffer Zone Park is one of the biggest parks in the Greater Banjul area and for decades has been used as a center for concerts, a football field, among other activities. The project is set to bring about changes in new facilities such as a well-structured football field, wrestling ground, a playground, solar lights, trees, and also creating employment opportunities. Present was the Lord Mayor, who had this to say.
Happy to be here today. I think everybody knows KMC's parks and green spaces are dilapidated. These are areas where people should come and have some leisure time, should come and spend some productive time in sports and positive events. And really, for many years, these parks have been neglected. Buffer zone being our most important park and most strategic park and the biggest park, we thought it strategic that we should start here as a symbol to try and upgrade the park. We know this park holds many major events, sporting, political, wrestling, etc. And we thought, look, let's try and see how we can bring some impact in the buffer zone. First, we said, okay, let's start with lights. As you have seen, we have installed 120 solar lights. These are sustainable, meaning they are not costing anybody after the investment. And really, it keeps the zone lit at night, making it a safe space and allowing also for night recreational activities. We also put around about 134 trees to green up the zone. As you can see, it's very bare and very dry. And we thought, look, let's try and green it up by reinforcing some trees on the perimeter area to allow the zone to be more green and also to bring more life to the zone. Because when the sun is very hot, people do abandon the zone. I just will tell my councillor as well, I have seen the state of the football post, and I will promise and pledge to the councillor that I will personally contribute to rehabilitating the post and also putting some football nets.
Handling the project is the councillor of Talinding South, Karamo Sise, who further highlighted management plans of the park and as well as the benefits of the park for the people of the community.
When the renovation has been done, there will be a committee. Right now, we in fact started forming a sport committee that will be in charge of the parks, just like the other community parks. And then any activity that is happening here, they will be notified. And then whenever there are any damages here, their attention will be called, and we just see how best to renovate those little damages. So just like we mentioned to you, there are current 10 people that have been employed at the buffer zone here. Most of them, we have like 5 people, if I can recall, 5 people are serving as a security here. So we need 2 toilet attendants too here. And that will be like both in the morning and then in the evening. And then there will be guys that will be taking care of the trees too. The biggest space here within the council here, within KMC here, is the buffer zone. So we will try to see how best to be very strict with the space that we have, because we want to see how best to demarcate the buffer zone so that we will have multiple activities there.
Reporting for the Fatu Network News Review, Jaka CCJT.
Home is where the heart is. Home is where you feel safe and secure. Dalaba Housing Estate is the newest estate by TAF Africa Global, located strategically along the newly built Sokoto-Jabang Highway. Dalaba Estates offers roads, street lights, a gated community that offers water reticulation system, solar street lights, and a proper drainage system. Over the next 10 years, TAF Africa Global aims to build 10,000 homes in the Gambia for you to own. For you to feel safe and secure in a community with all the necessities to live comfortably.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. We now switch to Mandinka because I will interview my guest today in Mandinka. He is none other than that's Mohamed ML Fati. He was a former top official of Gambia Moral Congress, and this week he announced that he is leaving the party and joining UDP. A massive move there. So we'll do this interview in Mandinka. You will have to bear with us. Mr. Fati, abarakabake in our studio today.
And then I'm happy to.
Good. Yeah. Follow ilanyan decision because it have GMC GMC la baramalde. Ngela activity sol follow le parti ko no adi men contribute parti. all of a sudden I ko party obula kata UDP nim ku mol sa fo men murtita ko tara UDP what happened munakata
Yeah, just it's very easy because more stuff from Gambian belief them wrong. Nim moya jara kabeng believe me you to do the company support. In order to if with all the effort, if you still the race is going very low, it had another political party. People can believe ko move to tell order ikataten because abi banko la kuota and the political party na jika sia banko kam. Ika gibe de te banko demo men jarate pour ka support. Also I've been in the GMC for a long time, and then Kujamala Kanyokang to work together, and then I have no problem with anyone. But Ngajako, Ntebe Boromena, I believe ko na bracket partners. I think I'm quite with UDP or Latin transfer to UDP.
But ngamem financial role ko GMC particular me alonko amantra taka nyato in terms of our support. Wole molu menu be koite jikilate indi party na pora. Is this true?
Yeah, I will not disagree to that as well because near GB, Tolmoja Mana Fanantano and the Abenyu, Yanni Katano, ila complain of the same field. But after they are moved, Nka try the Purkadiam, Kawe GB, all the soft Lanyami, but Nkaja they baker remain the same. Also, all the same thing, the same complaint because like example, into the diaspora, but would be boring not wanted them the diaspora or with few people. We're going to work to develop or to bring, to take GMC to another stage. But we are not that much people. It will be difficult for us to, succeed. So that anytime more sort of put to work together, they go because they see so many gaps. It's not quite well to stay in GMC.
But then, amanya na kole ala bake, ka partiyo yiruwandi yumbanko, ka partiyo la mole siya ala support yo wara. Ita meda GMC la adu mu diam la ti diaspora PRO ita la matino. Mune atinne ita la miroro mune atinne GMC mam fanunu ay ke parti di mayalo ko mol safo ko parti bomani wala.
GMC I wouldn't say kon buka mol soto mel kana parti to body katale. Yo nga believe ko nga menje ani nga men feel ni o continue or the same thing never call up continue more bina lebita. As a voice structure, the system in the GMC should be observed well. No control that people will not go. Yeah.
But ngamem financial wala mo GMC kira pada me alon ko kubebe building wala ya kube deda mo killing wala bala wala party la nyaron ko fa be laare wala nyama GMC.
I will not disagree to that because ni mo dalo ta kumoka you will not deny to that. Maybe it could be true. So if many people were ila taf nanga complain ka ko that area la, I would say yes.
But ita banum kono la ite muneje ani yemune feel.
Yeah, because the company complaints from Beka Samba into that area, so it's the same thing. Yeah.
Now, ye UDP choose. Because ngela cool follow le when you are in the diaspora nana ye jele ni magjane mu UDP for gajal imagine albe bonkele so gajal ka cool du ni ñoko no bakale so ka saw UDP kula me alon ka meri hakilo kono le bang for a sorota ñing wi ko because this week le muy la fam ko ñing
like this is very important because amantra kono do but the problem is intel family I baby UDP my own dad and the brothers I baby UDP but I have no problem with them because yambula and ferita whatever me like yambula and ferita so which I'm so proud of. And then interpreted at GMC, and then I take my mom with me. But my father's old baby, UDP. So bring beje imam stress sort mfana ngaje ko ninta party choose lambita je ngaje ko mem is difficult pour stay GMC because of the system. Ngaje ko always that la fight kala no I cannot continue fighting. Yeah, definitely it's okay no but not solve.
Yes.
Yeah, but not remain the same. It's Banco, Gambia. I wouldn't say, okay, no, let me continue to fight. Get stage only because of Kafoko defending it, no. But the most important thing is your country first. So, and then Ninta Komba choose to go to the political party. First, I'm going to give all of my parents. So, I'm going to give a baby all of UDP. And the big GMC, they all, all the time, UDP. but imang sound because in term mold me am on bed lato mbakala fi afla ten so with that I have good relationship with my parents imang complain so the same thing that entire UDP I'm okay because parents of but still no mom ngatu GMC there. So if no mom angry any GMC supporter ni angry that is fine but ni angry is your problem.
Well, what's that? But in terms of the talks, kachale menu kera purukana because ngamenje ni me mita or ni me fengera wala mo sabalete ngeni wala natalo je wala nate ya ale kol bonyoro ya UDP den ko dum ye tubinde ye ke UDP di wori so wolu gara jadi lo kachal tara jadi modu sabale ko nyo soto jadi
I know Morsabal.
Yes,
I know Morsabal very well. Yes. And then along since long time. Likewise your boss.
Yes.
But by then maybe I scared to tender commander when I was working in GRA.
Yes.
So time when big government for time finti nyokang not no remember. So stayed in contact. But if time would be after GMC Mala, I'm the one who stopped him.
Yes.
And then many people maybe Gambia need after GMC Mala come against I'm the one who stopped them. Don't take that do Mala. So be a stop.
Yes.
So biri nata ya kata do ya walim for ya delegation but no but what make me more disappointed I will not mention it here but I have to is so I plan everything then they come very well with their group of people Puruka Kidimandinfe Morsabal and the team but I don't see any of my people.
The GMC people, they did not come.
No, but that is not a problem for me. But ningil na ye approach nya fon konta nga base na sa de fon je fon ngadi na from my dario fon beke no so ya ro be fon ka mo encourage ka ko actions this is politics actions because advantage la fana mo nim mo ke wala sa ko ni kube kering advantage la pour mol men kana e ko fana be soto non yo ni te strategy yo sim ko sa yim be ker be be sot la nyami ni fe ko pour ka credit di fanna ni fo man na sa be credit sot la ni do na do la credit tal so the UDP na men ke credit tal for pare because bidina ta sa to be resita kan wa UDP and we I'm not happy with because even the video you found ka fa ko I'm very disappointed but this credit should not be you guy nga fa video te sabal ka fa du ko de ko man ko no this credit should be GMC. But I will not do it because I would not learn down. So whatever credit member finta jang is yours, take it. But definitely, I'm from a political concern. I want that credit for GMC. But if GMC didn't come out, then we lost.
Alforda. Now it are UDP. UDP la nyata taja nyadi la political kono because UDP mu opposition party lari. Party member sembo wala president anala party kuto NPP anala doku nyolo.
Yeah.
Dia mo kasyale UDP I know hamo bije bake be content be confidence be la Carola bake ka foko be winna but ni tara president fan na Carola wol ko to le ñu winna foko pare be mi rañi ñi nang election la so ite oje ñaadi le UDP do you think that UDP mu idea correct good idea ite kara join party do me yalo ko
1000%
you have people men ko ata win
1000% because the point is near the structure GB NPP be at structure bilikan ebe track eba bilkanding fero la kata do mala ke business samba but UDP is already well structured.
Yes.
Yo, what will make UDP down is ning structure ning ya maintain no proper, they will not go down, but if they fail that will be something because NPP be game la do and with that game the structure man collapse member game la boke win because over start kan yo pour NPP and UDP overcome abe difficult la bakal because nita da dawat ran inside UDP imang leader da ma jibe ka folam patriote imanta leader fana da ma campaign kan UDP be campaign kan structure campaign dam every sector abe campaign ke kan pour nyin kamala ye ta nyaato that's why wala ne foot soldier siara mena ko ni finde ni delegation kata groupe pour finde bari bagu sen da ba jot e ba ka je ntere na ni merka char delegation jamalem bari ma sen da ba je nyala
so still imam dabo
ma de nyala but I have the signal that I have that signal but manyuj yo bar nga strong nga mo jamal de fodol point woni fonna sokon yo bul be bem foot soldier me an ko nita bam kolla nita patiola mansa kundala wala no be do kola wala the best structure in a political party of form we kuma to ko waiting government the structure should be intact. But if this structure fail, then only if somebody or the person that you are seeing as your leader, and he's not moving, then nobody will go anywhere because the structure will not move. So this is the problem. And some people who may think, okay, fine, if you are in the party, why you don't move? But you cannot move by yourself because I'm moving, but I can't do it by myself or alone. I have to be with people. But if people come and go, it will be difficult. So UDP more sort of. UDP melakata mulka kata bro kata already structure well building. One not like going to a structure can bandit or one structure damage. So this is the problem. UDP anatuma sabala bata UDP. Abe timo men kono game collapse. Because binta will be jele, binta jabi, aja binta jabi will be the same kurupolto. Kadida will be the same kurupolto. Among collapse. Sabala men not be honor. Ibeka borle from here. One day, Sabar bought from here to Boronkon, a motor on the same day. What did a man and no Kuliate? So, Maja and Husenda Martin. Whilst do often better ma from so Nika Bank was some Boyam Catefocasi, and a campaign on, Yakamojama Balak sort. So, this is the structure, the political party now formed. The structure, if you overcome the structure, and the structure sort of, then you definitely win.
Imagine kala kugelim fanana President Barrow if anang ibe diaspora nyawnya bar bankola ko e ka folole ya hala man sa yaje nyaadi le President Barrow because dia mo siara modol ko amang do ko nyinno dol ko ay do ko no le
I would not blame the President Barrow, and then I don't talk a lot about the president sitting because I'm from Islamic compound and all my dads are imam. We don't against the president that much. Yeah, but what we do is if we know that ko at a banko de dala no at a banko was bond lan on lafta ka bondi nyami nkata mola koma lafta mesi and no karta woni no kumo lafta kairo me lafta ku kendo men folan dala nka fola man kata men koma and we don't interact with the president. But what I see is Gambia President Barrow ko pour President Barrow font continuer man se ala and President Barrow font ni me afon gibe na sita honesty afon bajalo abata ni ko abatari because adunta la lafta mole kaf ko do ko ke anata difficult abla mala be jumala natila wala na ko mo be murandina so cool na ko ya bul wala na fam pour governing system ni abe ko ya bul ko ni aje ani men nam nan dundi Gambia biya be dunna system wol ma organize number 1 airport ni belanda jeng ka 20 euro jo ni bita ka 20 euro jo kabir Gambia bawula nam nan dunja afrika banko ko abuka kaji e ka ko tori sol mel kana but banko dion be taro ni nato 2040 omunet lack of system because president ni takodo wala na fail tajira so ni takodo you are a government and you need money even system maintenance no then you try to create every form of sector ko do fin la dami and that is totally failure 2 yin COVID-19 membe caring system le me anko every failed government ibele gap gela one either they create so many platforms me anko ko do fintila pour to get something ke fan cover in the name of COVID-19 just few days ago ya fa am ko taka ninto be mbora be test kala $2,500 and I heard that ko Europe mol ka jël no Europe test near corona soto man sakundal ke treat it still down and like still free it still everywhere ka still free but ni même corona so de fond would tell after ke test ke system of test on with on self let you pay 60 euro pour ko ka
yes
that's all yo bar jam failing system woni e ba trela ko mul ka fundi daw ran nim pour ko do be jola nyami pensa so da be kata man sakundal ba ko because of system woni na organize but system organize ni dol be man sakundal nyanta ñun be handle free without not paying bara wala failure President Barrow soto
wala ya soto
ya
be ñine ka ko glena because mala fi mutala bage Italy not Italy Germany ni ajibe abe adiawo be siare Gambia no boys all siare je ita fanam be living Germany le but ngamen jowlam deportation no be keri aduma ko manera bake ka fo Gambia no mbije ke sendi men yalla ko asala mo dunni asala mo felta it is a monophone mole because it be ground not let yalla ne be tamaka it's a monophone because there are a lot of things member for president Gambia government ne boys all wafi pour boys all senna dol ba fala boys all menike senna e ka dum criminal ko la kono mune be kere
ya nyimbe be system wala fon kono government e failing system wa be bola ko ma because why ni aji be man sakunda fon before e kata deportation ko transaction okay force yemen ka jawala the minister of foreign affairs le portfolio under the Gambians in diaspora is under the foreign affairs but now near kiskis near most of the government I find out is no more under the foreign affairs but Gambian all they don't know is under the is under the vice president at the moment. Vice president on transaction tamadi. The foreign minister be jela drone only as a picture pour mol saje, but vice president ka tama transaction on. Kabirin tama Hussein da be jela ya dundi. Ba ne Hussein fo nyin ka be je fo le nafa. Maybe as ka ma fo mol ba ne nyin ka fo kabira be je. Diaspora le transaction on fo approfondi ba kotor ba safa ba kotor ba transaction on fata tama la vice president ba vice president ka tama. But bira bota je ya be sound to the vice president.
Yes.
And this vice president, men kada Dr. Aissatou Touré is not well okay with the youths. Because among good intentions to youth solely. Ate men solo labor works me ya lonko do funding do ko follow. But plans member are using the funding theory. Amos ni tat ko ba le banko ka. Ye plan solo so me ya lonko funding theory do ko bari ya is in the end.
Yes.
Ibada kala because heavy work ak funding theory damage. But ne plan solo so as a do ko okay why sa ma damage do joro na bolo so. But jang itolia heavy work la ngania funding theory ko damage. So wala na ilata ni that diaspora. Kamol sendi na Aissatou Touré batan section tamani kan tanga fo la jam. So ibabe tamani kan lack of plans lam because idita kodol la sa tubabol be men ke kan yan tubabol pour yendol sendi na amman ka komen ikakal dron free e ka kodol di man sakunda accept then itol fane na mol wulindi kamol sendi na ni man sakunda felta ka accept ko do men di le ko la nyininka wala na le Swiss la antani e agrita nyina ko documents mel signed kana finti wala na nima sakunda la mo nyininka ba fane na mo paper because I believe that was an agreement meant that in Swiss temporary ta in the media.
Yes.
Yo bar Swiss ning Gambia man sakunda balta di position accept la Swiss assembly in the media. So wala ni to sonna bari itol fana ni nyin kay sa fay ko you will never see that signed document bo flen because there's a proud agreement.
Yes.
Me alon ko betal wara kana ko ita jala.
Yes.
Bari fana ter reject la deportation to reject ta reject la because ni a reject ko ba bon to wabol tol nin to wabol balantam tol ni ngi confront fi on fenta ra kullo de ka fintinde.
Yes.
Yo to wabol tol man ko control African no believe be nyame.
So blackmail mulungo la katra akukon.
Exactly.
Blackmail, yeah.
Exactly.
And government or blackmail.
Exact blackmail la ko nyon kon.
Yes.
Ba kata tuwabol block no 100% ko blackmail ni ba accept la bari tol ko lafta men ni ma sakunda be sonna.
Bo kala yes.
Wala nyi to ko ani dafa mo deport la. Ni request ki nan jante balano because ni balanta. Ba tan dile ko ale men sa bor bon la ndu o mo to la political side o mu da megila ti teli.
Yes.
So wala yakna kata proud kay you will never see sign because it tano wadi banko kan deportation ke ka fale mo le ma sign. I ma sign but so why kana so mo la même for deportation to bolano it's true deportation to bolano but deportation fana kata ni agreement wala bankol ni bankol tem abaka kata kultita ka bula kana banko ka mol senina agreement wala kataji discussion wala kataji me ko diplomacy la kataji o diplomacy da kana flight kala ya dem be jam wato men flight sa nanu la lan jam mole ji
yes of
but
course.
akata kala that means there is no discussion between Yajembe and the diaspora.
Yes.
So this is the problem. So if the government have this discussion between them and the Western people, then the problem that we have now for this deportation is the government, our own government. So they will not come out to clear the air, but they will only be there to blackmailing the Gambians by telling them there is no agreement, while there is a secret plans agreement that there will be no reveal of these signatory documents that will show into the media.
Now, quickly, left after four for an sort of the issue of Gambianolu, Katra Duna criminal cool in Europe. Yo munelo.
I will not disagree to that, but so for Europe is a funding line. Wala ni modul ke ba katekana.
Yes.
Mol be ka tambe ku jamal.
Yes.
Tol be tambe ku jamal.
Yes.
Ninko ko hani abuka ke zawuli ya fa na wana la hiya.
Yes.
Mbe ka kilona cross.
Yes.
Because we are there to survive. Ko ko ka fon ka na bon so whatever ndunta men kono nta ko man la even criminal action but nim mam imam mutan kanata da then it's the life we are in. So I would not say no, but, it's not true. It's true, but it's
true. But come sawala tije rom for say do
sawala tije fon sani mak monaka ibe jam family be jam. You have to feel them.
Yes.
So whatever you go through there, me ango kokodo nyini business or whatever me menke kan. Nte buka duty mari la nga fe ko kana ko whatever. Nka fa to be careful. Yeah, with plans because gira police la do ko mako ko jam.
Yes.
They are very strict.
Strict abe fare tariata e cool.
It's a loring camera be kay buka. It's a lampo ko fo camera. Ite ba fenkele ta fo la bundati wala fo la bundati. So the most important thing kamen ko advice kamen di mo wala be careful.
Ado kamen fana volan ko boy so dol fo saying nim ku muy tol fonglu comme ka re la different la bi ni la jana sama itra body la police wala.
Obi sunta kan kayti tay yalla. Because nin kayto te block no police will kan and Europe nin kayto te ko bu sot.
Yes.
Without a document you will not have an apartment.
Yes.
Because apartment will register with document.
Yes.
So without a document, I mean, you will not get any single house. So ika movement so dobeje isa misafe movement bulunga boy so na testente ya nini mambe ningi fintino that day before it last better learn banda most of some of them will be outside in the park. Intatatono Italy, but I received many people in my house. German the same thing. And even though bafle jamal better comment bafle yellow. Yeah, in Italy man Italy the band that Italy then that German that Poland that bankol beto. Switzerland the same thing. So you know, I would not say comment kafako ibuka kuka merranta, but it's struggling. Struggling, yeah, because in the phone you get a lab station or tole.
The last station,
travel trama ko mengal la mal la so travel to so ko tama phone sala nga ba ko la nga si ronte nga si hotel. That's normal. Because you don't know ima mola momela, so you are just struggling.
But for malum franjing ima nyim fana miracle family so ko no for area katin na family fana ka place o balandi boy sol ka. Because boys all clearly le yemem for men jama be men yalon ko man kayto soro ni man kayto soro ka doku fon ke no it becomes a problem. So ni man dogo ke and then presso velari kam won jiko velari kam pour yanta ko do kila nan so ko na
o fon ko men sabu fon ke nyama to ya fon siende baga ga Europe. Yeah, because Europe nyama to do be ji man ko men dol tabe ji mol safu ye do ko le fine, that's okay because ngana mo fin kunda but some tabe ji wum frustration de ko me ye pressure ba kon kan amala bala mol fon do moran la nyame sako ni kay mo sa sata amala ko do bane one ibuka me understand amman ko do so ko mo fon le ka ko ni xamantande ak tubabu is just a name but tubabu fon tubabu ke la bandal ntolle effort ni wala ka dan ka bon so to but tubabu mo jibe ka jo men ni akala ko le jam mo ko jama ba ka ronde €600 is how much here close to $30,000 a month. So nen kayto tebe where would you get that? So ni nate ko bido fana na hospital fana ko be mo jola leptano it's too much. So ni mo so leta man tastro nen kay table ete do ku kala no e be campo they pay you only €70 in Italy. In German 250 or 300 close to that. So what will you do? So wala ka jama confusing ditenti baade dol be sabaro le kala puri ko eten ko sabaro nyum fana because some people come in Europe and here membe jang they are quite different. Ele facility is not the same. It's more powerful and more chemical here than here. So fana ka jama the mind be dundi nyoko. Yeah, so yeah. But
and also theory do fana be wala mo especially your boys will menmura ya face na. Nko fana moy mo le ga fako tubabo le ka fenne ke like ka fenne ke do mo do ya do wara ye pengu pour que nyamande isaje ni da Africa ida da Europe ko mi rala ko tek o ka kala no but sign jamano le fa ko ke ba no because what time mo jamano ni da fe sen ni sembo so to ke pen ko la pour week pour kana sembo kana ku ke la no but sign tubabo le bugo ke because sign tubabo ni da fe sen dila mo kilon police for be guide la nin do sira ye city ye nya fu bukata ibe sire da fo plan flight line le banko ko bukata because I ni ajibe mele fon ka dangam back to protection ka mele escort Nigeria and Gambia ni ta Europe la report gi e ka mele escort most of them is Nigeria and Gambia be sito la ka police or fon do police or ke kelande talal ka balam
yo most of the case wala na nitol bita banko ka most of them police like mo clean police or ke police for ke guide so anitol fo ni aji ni ko mbota Gambia fon ka ajibe dangam so much
to ita da ma fanga Gambia no siara je
ya tabe da men to Frankfurt
yeah
Gambia no siara je ban tabe da jeman campus to member isa asylum camp bes Gambia no siara Stuttgart area la yeah Stuttgart wala ka fa jema fa ne Baden-Württemberg
ba waltam Baden-Württemberg area because la Europe de je be manere mbakel de ite amira Gambian government se mun keno Gambia fa nin ko le pour ila tension warang ila hakilo se sabate because clearly saying jamani ko every month ila famo mo saying lanang and then o project ko saying nkumu yo da mo ngaje flight on just recently
agreement of being Gambia secondary tema but not mo stop no at a time for even 2 days but abe Gambia fola men Gambia silata wala nka fola system iman system wala andul no e male be resource ni bon la dami wala ne ka mol samba ni dal beto yo ban ni fereta e bo stop la if not at 3 days bi hospital all agreement ya be cancel ni to about team so then abita kala men to wala nyite en to about ta kankini so ni ta kankini to sura men to sotla so bar ni be Africa ni ajan tol ntita nyaaro lafta be la to abol bloko wala dai lafta kol be la lanka ban ni nga do kol kam fon e janka kol be ka to abol tan ya jambe jiwana nga ko be nyawnya da be ka fon e jan to abol ke kontin jani sa nga mo sendi be si yaje ya manzude yo ni nam Africa pro ni Africa fon e do le fankan to abol nyaata dunne yo bar baro masa kunda ni ya jambe ni jawr masa kunda ta nyaar fata do ba baro muron le baax to wabol bulo kon pour lafta men yo kan lafta men ngoke
yes
so wala difficulty mu nyimbeti banni wonta pour ko bonde na be cancel akibe do an san santem fon nim flight lafta na lan sam ni agreement betema nim flight lafta lan na jam ibe alat la kala jam folo jeyna information dina ko den we are ready den flight na pilot buka wulu na at mo banko nyi atandi ko bang far pulinta borom ta fon buka songa police will found
because anin tawa nyanda diamla
tawa buka songa asafta no ya fa ko flight lan na bisila la ko nyim banko mo be block flight lan no ku jaw dina ka falanta lan so janni ka wulu wol folo ka confirm block no banko nyim ko nyaadi e ko eta dina ina flight wulente aka kata so ning man sakunda après ko nga cancel le dam to pilot form of paper documents so to I mean government documents from the government it is on a flight like an agabe first last flight mem bayta no before nyindo abayta that resindala because man sakunda safena jamano sakunda jan safena pour reply jalle ta ke reply ata mulbe airport nda Frankfurt le it did it first work with another cancel because pilot would without response from the Gambia government. So it's very easy. There's nothing like from a difficult happen. Gambia government responding in a yes the ainana, then yema Gambia no ma ning ning ka yapulano from wato mo fudata. But abe itolam. There's nothing like tuabul, ndako tuabul bilim. Itolam. Nim tuabul ko no atakala itolam.
Eman la wato bantale tak baraka bage in Arabenke. We really appreciate it, Abaraka. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and good luck to your new political party, Abaraka.
Thank you very much.
So that was Mohamed Emel Fati, former top official of Gambia the Moral Congress, now a UDP supporter. Well, that is politics in Gambia. You know, people have every right to, as and when they want to leave a party and join the next. That is it from me, Lamin Njai. The show will come to the end of it today. Thank you for being there. We'll be back next week. Until then, I am Lamin Njai. Thank you.